I picked up 6 hitchhikers at 6 different times, and I said, "Where do you get your health care?" And then to a person, they all said, "We don't get any." How are you this morning? Good morning to you. Good to see you. I'm better since seeing you here.
Oh, what a handsome fellow you are. What a handsome
I was a member of the board of the hospital, and I wanted to go around and see how the patients were doing, and discover that there were no African Americans in the hospital. And discussed it with the chairman of the board. I said, "Why is that?" He said, "Well, they go someplace else. They don't come here." I said, "Well, that doesn't make sense to me." He said, "Well, they just don't come here." And I said, "There's something wrong here." The next morning at church, I looked up, and sitting in front of me were 2 retired physicians and 2 retired nurses in front of them, and I said, "You sure work fast." and that was the beginning of it.
Did you get what's on?
Yeah, this one stick to me.
The people who come here are those who have no access to health care and have an income less than 200% of poverty and live on the island or work on the island, and they are free to come to this clinic. So we have between 8,000 and 9,000 of them that live on the island, and that will generate somewhere around 30,000 patient visits a year. When the volunteers come here, I never tell them what's going to happen to them. I never tell them that somewhere along the way they're going to change and say, "Hey, something's been missing in my life, but I found it here." I get the best feeling when I come here that I've ever had in my life. Stop thinking about yourself so much and think about others. And when you've thought about them, volunteer to do something about whatever their problems are. And when you get involved in someone else's problems to help them, it's amazing how your problems go away and how you feel better about yourself every day.
I use questionnaires to discover the best way for my organization to reach its clients. Although this was only one minor goal for my campaign, I think this is the most beneficial piece of information I could have given to Bluffton Jasper Volunteers in Medicine. Another vital piece of information I was able to give my organization was comments that patients wrote on the questionnaires. I used 2 other forms of media other than social media to create local awareness. I wrote weekly submissions thanking sponsors for their donations, and they were printed in the Island Packet. This paper reaches 13,000 subscribers. I also wrote an annual report, which was printed and mailed to more than 3,000 patrons. The first thing I did when I took control of the Bluffton Jasper Volunteers in Medicine Facebook page was make the page more aesthetically pleasing by adding a cover photo of the volunteers. Then I added the location, contact information, and hours of the clinic. Here I also put what the organization is as well as their mission statement. I post about upcoming events, which you will hear more about. Here's a preview of what attendees will see at my future event. I created events solely online through Amazon Smile. The Amazon Smile Foundation donated an extra $5 for each customer who made a purchase at smile.amazon.com. Here I posted a link for people to donate online. I also post really great quotes that I find. For example, this one: volunteers are not paid, not because they are worthless, but because they are priceless. The main thing I want to show y'all is the amount of likes. When I started the Facebook page, there was 50 likes, and now there's 118. I increased my social media followers by over 50%, from 50 followers to 118. I also found the best way for my organization to communicate with its publics. I cannot yet evaluate my goal to increase awareness by attendance and my goal to raise $3,000 because my event has not taken place yet. The main event I plan to raise money at is the Myrtle Island Home and Garden Tour. So far, 45 tickets have been purchased, and at $35 a ticket, I have raised just over $1,500. I will measure my success after the event by how many tickets were sold and how many people came to the event.